Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have to admit that reading is actually not for everyone. Now, reading is actually a very good way for you to open up your horizon without getting your hands dirty. And I myself tried to get into the habit of reading, but most of the time it turns out to be like this. Oh my god, you can't believe it. It took me so long to order this book, and it's gonna be such a bomb. God, I can't wait to read this one. God, finally!
A few moments later.
Bruh.
And I will make a good guess that I'm not alone out there. Right? However, reading books doesn't mean that you have to force yourself gluing your face to the book all the time. That would be so traumatizing for me. Listening to audiobooks helps you build listening skills, doing many different things spontaneously, be more productive, and not to mention that it's easier for you to stay focused. But I digress. The topic of today is about describe a book you read. Now stick with me until the end because I'm going to give you a sample right now. Let's go! Today I'd like to discuss a book that left a lasting impact on me. Perfume, the story of the murderer. And as you can probably guess, the title suggests a horror story. And for sure, even though it has elements of horror, it's a far more beautiful and complex work. I actually encountered the film adaptation first, and I was instantly captivated. It was so compelling that I sought out the original novel, thinking that if the movie was that exceptional, the book must be a masterpiece. And I was right. It wasn't an easy read, I have to admit. The language was very challenging. And as someone who generally prefers watching movies to reading books, I found it to be very difficult to stay focused. I ended up listening to the audiobook while reading, which proved to be incredibly helpful. But what truly stood out was the movie exploration of obsession and the human sense of smell. Themes that were basically hinted at in the movie but was fully realized in the novel. The protagonist, Granui, was a very unsettling, yet strangely compelling character, driven by an extraordinary and ultimately tragic pursuit. Well, I have to admit that the movie was fantastic itself. The book did it way better. It delved more into the psychological complexities of the story that the movie simply couldn't. Ultimately, the book wasn't just a story about a murderer. It was a profound exploration of human nature, artistic obsession, and the power of scent. It's a book that really stayed with me long after I finished reading, or rather, listening and reading. And this is the book that I would highly recommend to anyone who is looking for an unforgettable literary experience. And that's it. So now this is the end of the video. And as you know, I am not at all an avid reader, but I successfully delivered my speech to give it to the examiner. And this is based on a real story, incorporating audiobooks into my reading. And my only advice for you is that when you bump into this topic and you are not a keen reader like myself, don't freak out, all right? Just think about something simple, something that stick with you the most. For example, like a comic or just a short story, all right? Talk about the part that was the most impressive for you. And there you have it. And this is it. And if you have any questions or any requests about any topics, just let me know down in the comments. All right, so now, goodbye.